amateur record. He beat George Groves in the Commonwealth Championships of 2007. 34-33, and again, you don't get that by luck. This guy can fight.
Yes, John, he certainly can fight, and he's shown us in the past as a professional how good he can be as well.
Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're all very welcome here to the Odyssey Arena, Belfast, Northern Ireland. Cyclone Promotions, in association with CS Asset Management, very proud to bring you 10 rounds of boxing for the vacant WBC International Silver Middleweight Crown. I'm joined in the ring by our supervisor from the USA for the WBC, Mr. Bob Yalen. Our British Boxing Board for Control steward in charge at ringside, John Williamson, assisted by Mr. John Campbell. 3 scoring judges. From France, Christophe Fernandez. From Scotland, Victor Laughlin. And from Italy, Sergio Silvi. Timekeeper at the bell from Portadown, Victoria Elliott. And the referee in charge, very proud to be officiating for the first time in Northern Ireland, from Frankfurt, Germany. Please welcome Mr. Jürgen Langos. These are our officials, and here are our boxers. Firstly, boxing out of the red corner, wearing black shorts, silver trim, weighing in 11 stone, 4 pounds, 9 ounces, bringing to the ring a 16-fight record. 13 wins, 8 wins inside the distance, only 3 defeats. He is the reigning WBC Mundo Hispano and Fecombox middleweight champion from Reynosa, Mexico, Alvaro La Cobra Gaona. And across the ring, in the blue corner, wearing the sparkling red shorts, white and gold trim, weighing in 11 stone, 5 pounds, 5 ounces, bringing to the ring a 12-fight record. 11 wins, 3 wins inside the distance, only 1 defeat. The former prize fighter champion, the reigning IBF Intercontinental and Irish middleweight champion from Dungiven, Northern Ireland, Eamonn King Kane O'Kane. Referee in charge, Mr. Jürgen Langos.
Okay, gentlemen, I gave you the instruction in the dressing room. I expect a clean and fair fight. Listen at all times to my commands. Touch, laugh, and that one, okay?
So, final words of advice for Eamonn O'Kane. The 1 defeat on Eamonn's record was back in December 2012 when he was stopped in 8 rounds by John Ryder. This fight he took at fairly late notice. Had some good wins since then, including a victory last October against Kerry Hope. Former European champion Hope. Gaona chose to trade with David Lemo in Montreal, big punching Canadian, and wound up being stopped in the first round not too far back. Don't think he'll be making that mistake again.
No, but he's got a very open guard, hasn't he? He keeps his hands up, his elbows are out wide, you know, the big gap through the centre there, which I'm sure O'Kane's going to exploit. O'Kane not the biggest puncher, obviously, but he's a correct puncher.
And he's strong, isn't he?
Yeah, he's strong, and his work rate's good as well. You find that a lot of Irish fighters, don't you? Their work rate, they like to throw a lot of punches, and they're happy to do most of the work.
Love their amateur boxing over here. Jerry Callan, one of the boxing writers who I've known for many a year here, he kindly emailed, oh, that's a good shot, a load of information about the amateur careers of all the fighters on this bill, and they have a great following, don't they, from very early days.
Oh yeah, amateur boxing's huge here in Ireland, it really is. Southern and Northern Ireland, it's one of the biggest sports they got.
That's good, solid body shots from O'Kane. Did have defeats on his record as an amateur against some of the top boys. James de Gale, Andre Durrell, Andy Lee, Jean Pascal. But he had an awful lot of very good wins as well, including that Commonwealth Championship, or Commonwealth title rather, I was telling you about in Delhi back in 2010.
It's no shame when losing to a list of fighters like that as an amateur. You know. Top class amateurs and professionals.
Won a prize fighter competition among the Irish middleweights as well, did Eamonn O'Kane. Been a pro since 2011. Had a good dust-up against the Sheffield lad, Wayne Reed, early in his career. Well, it doesn't look as though he's got the power to keep O'Kane off here. Whoa! Well, that's good night. Forget it, it's going no further. Here ends the fight. Eamonn O'Kane, tremendous right hand. Gaona counted out, it's all over. And in the first round, the crowd celebrate. And Eamonn O'Kane, too good, too heavy-handed. And Gaona's been done in the first round again.
Eamonn O'Kane's not a big puncher. apparently so. He's a massive puncher. What a shot that was. And he threatened with it a few times early in the round, didn't he? So a big right hand over the top. But obviously, you know, set his opponent up lovely there, and that right hand hit him perfect. And you're right, John. You knew it as soon as he hit him, he wasn't getting up.
Hell of a shot. Hell of a shot.
Everything was right. Technique. The distance was right. What a win. What a.
You could almost feel the ring shake and the oohs and ahs from the crowd. I tell you what, it's a shame. There's a few of them who are still out in the bars, I think, just warming up for the main event, and they've missed what could be the punch of the night.
Well, to be honest with O'Kane, as good as he is, you'd think he's going to go a few rounds at very least, wouldn't you? You don't knock people out so concussive as we're going to see here.
Let's watch again.
Set it up.
That's it.
And you can hear the crowd. The replay is being shown live here in the arena, and the crowd oohing and ahhing from the replay. He drops his head, see, John? Drops his head. That's all that weight as well from his head to transfer the body weight over, so he could really launch that all the power into that right hand. Oh, you can't get better. You can't get a better overhand right hand than that.
Big crowd at the Odyssey Arena watching on the two screens all these replays, and oohs and ahs right the way through.
What a win. Again, another guy now, Eamonn O'Kane. He struggled with Kerry Hope. Obviously, you know, getting beat by Ryder, then Ryder getting beat by Billy Joe Saunders. You wonder how far he was going to go. Maybe people, you know, he was at the bottom of the pecking order of the top prospects. With that win there, just shifts himself right back up there in contention for bigger things.
Well, 32 years old, time, I guess, not on his side. He needs to keep on progressing, but that'll send a few shockwaves around the division. Already ranked number 9 by the IBF. And Alvaro Gaona still not looking too happy there, still getting a bit of attention in the corner. The doctors are up there. And I think he'll be, I'm sure, going off for a little check down at the local hospital.
Yeah, and I think he's fine, you know, it looks like he's aware of what's going on. I think he's just a little bit confused, maybe, you know, he took it right on the nose, didn't he? He's talking there to the doctor or to his trainer, so at least he's responding. He's fine, but a heavy shot, and credit to the kid, he tried to get up a little bit.
Irish Radio who are commentating on the main event coming up, Carl Frampton. They're hoping to do the latter rounds of the Eamonn O'Kane Alvaro Gaona fight. Didn't exactly work out, did it? Of all the best laid plans, Eamonn O'Kane goes and stiffs him in the first round. That was a terrific punch. You won't see very many better. I think Gaona's going to be a while before he gets up off his stool.
Oh, what a shot. However many times you see it, it's really impressive. Dips that head and throws it over his left shoulder just to help with the transfer of the weight, the heavier